Hi and welcome. It's Ashna here with Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming all of you to my channel with all my love and all my heart. Today I'm bringing forth a very unique reading for all of you. It was inspired by Spirit early this morning, and this is going to be for my creative visionary leaders out there. So if you are one, or you're aspiring to be one, you're on this path, you're on this great journey where you have this amazing ability to see things from a higher perspective, to see the long haul, to see the whole landscape, and you have this great emotional energy within you. You have this vision of how to bring forth this vision into reality. That's why you're the leader. That's why you're the visionary leader. You have this great vision. Now, with a great vision, you need to have people on board, right? It's not just you. And when we are working with people, there will be dissent, there will be emotions that will go up and down. And sometimes on this path, it becomes a bit of a challenge, or our energy gets blocked. We may get disappointed, disheartened, and sometimes our greatest potential cannot really come out. So, having said that, what I want to say also is that this is not coming from a business perspective. Like, I will not be sharing business information here. Okay, there's plenty of books, plenty of material out there for you to look at for learning. I'm going to now look into the unseen realm. We're looking at from the spiritual realm as to what your blockage is and what are maybe some of your fears, what you're processing, and what would be the seat of your power, what would be the pathway to overcome this challenge, or what is it that Spirit is guiding you to develop more, of. And that's the purpose. I mean, I was inspired to bring forth this reading. I've never done that before. So let's explore together what's going to come through. Okay. Let's first start with a key message here from Spirit for my creative visionary leaders on what are they needing to know, angels. Stillness. Okay. Beautiful. I'm seeing this beautiful energy here. It's very calm. It's very quiet. It's very contemplated. So I do feel that the message that's coming forth for you right now, what is really going to support you, is to carve out some time to not be so busy. Okay? To carve out some time to be by yourself, to meditate, to be connected to your own self, so you can be re-inspired. Because I do feel in stillness, the inspiration is going to spark if some of you are feeling uninspired. And I also feel that it is going to give you greater strength to understand the depth of emotions. And that's going to be very, very important for you at this time in your evolution, as a creative visionary leader. Let's look at the next message here. Luck, prosperity, and fulfillment. So it is this stillness, and there's a lot of greens and whites here, is going to bring you greater prosperity, is going to bring in greater fulfillment. And with this, I'm feeling a lot of heart energy. You're going to feel so good that my vision is being received. People are receiving that. I'm able to share it. I have people on the same page. More people are willing to invest their time, energy, money, resources in. So you can gain momentum. And through that, your heart is feeling very fulfilled. Okay, I do see that opening up for you. Now, let's explore deeper. What's going on? Okay, beautiful. Hopes and fears, angels. Okay. Thank you. Let's unpack this. So what I'm picking up over here is that I already started with that take time to carve out time to meditate, to quiet. Okay. Because I do feel what's happening right now is that demanding energy or being hot-tempered or when people are not on the same page, we can be, right? We're feeling threatened, we're feeling powerless, is not going to support you. It's going to create a lot of imbalance, okay? And I feel like you are recognizing that emotional stability is very, very important here. Right now, having a high emotional quotient right now is very, very important for you to really understand, to seed your dream, to fulfill your dream, to bring in more people on board. That it's very important for you to create a content workspace, home space, and peaceful. So, having that coexistence is very important for your stability right now, for your work, for you to be a creative visionary leader. Okay, so we're tapping into different times and different energies. It's very important, and it's going to help you to meditate, to still yourself, because as you do, you're going to start to gain greater power. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to understand the energies that are surrounding you, and there's going to be this great positive energy that you're going to be exuding. Okay, with the Queen of Wands, you're very, very active, you're very passionate, you're very driven, you're very joyful, you're very exciting. So all that excitement is going to come through, and you realize that in the past perhaps you've had these challenges, and these challenges where there's been this mental breakdown either in yourself or people around you, right? Like mental breakdowns that are taking place, bitterness, people not on the same page, a lot of things that were said, betrayals, wounds related to all of that, and too much responsibilities, breakdown of that, people saying, this is not my job, that's your job, and I don't want to do it. So a lot of heavy, tense, all these are heavy energies, right? So you're realizing that emotional stability and emotional contentment right now is very important for my success. If I am to be this independent, if I am to be this person who is very abundant, who is very fulfilled, and who is seen as someone that people can look up to, that it is important for me to pay attention to the emotional energy and connections. Okay. So it is important, it's coming to your realization to be more patient, to be more cooperative, to have greater self-control, okay, and work on finding solutions, okay, hearing other people's problems, because there's a lot of these heavy energies, I'm anxious, I'm there's betrayal all around it, and that creates a lot of balance. So it's coming to your awareness that way too much stuff is happening, and I don't know how I'm going to recover. I'm feeling all this anxiety. I'm feeling hopeless that things are not working out. I'm feeling hopeless that my projects are not taking off. I have this great vision and it's not working. You're reaching like these breaking points, right? Breaking points and all of that. And you are coming to this realization. That's where you are at right now. You're coming to the realization that the harmony with others is very important, and having the emotional connection and understanding is very important right now. So your seat of power really is that I am creating the wish fulfillment. I will fill in every cup to fulfill myself and people around me. So nurture yourself. Maybe have you been overburdened? Have you been overworking? Have you been driving yourself to the edge? And that is, people can pick that up energetically. That's why I'm telling you the unseen realm, right? You're not going to see that in the books up there. So your energy is speaking like this person's stressed out. So maybe when you're not even meaning to, your words come out as hurtful, or they come out as caustic. They come out as they're not receptive. People are not receiving. So you keep perpetuating that cycle. So it's important to understand that your wish is going to be granted, that you are the one who's responsible for your happiness. So start nurturing what you want. Nurture your dream first. Okay. Yes, you're a creative visionary and you've got all these responsibilities. So still meditate, come back and connect to that vision. I feel like you're getting disconnected from your own vision. That's what I'm picking up here right now, that you're feeling imbalanced because you have this vision, but in the practical sense, it's becoming very difficult and it's seeming like it's just not going to happen. And that there may be a lack, there may be more chaos, there may be a lack of structure. So there may be a need for greater structure in your life right now. Okay. There may be people who are very unstructured, and that kind of bothers you because it does not help you to get your vision going, but that's not in your control. So what you can do, because it's not in your control when others are not structured or when others will be verbally not at par, is how do I bring my peace in? You need to cultivate time within yourself to meditate, to still and fulfill. What is it that brings me fulfillment? That I did the best and I'm getting people on board. It may not go on your timeline on what was written or what you had hoped and wanted. This blockage right now is really all about clearing emotional energy and having greater emotional understanding of others, but it will only come when you have a greater understanding of yourself. You're wondering if, all the time and effort you've been putting in this work, in this project, is it even going to yield long-term results? Is it going to be something that is going to bring in money? Is it going to be a legacy that I create? Maybe there are just way too many instabilities and loose foundations. You're very fearful of loose foundations. Now, I take you back to this wish fulfillment card, and we have the fulfillment energy twice over. Okay, so the blessings are going to come in when you connect to the emotional energy. So right now, my creative visionary leaders, you're being asked to delve into your own emotions and see what is it that needs fulfilling. Where do you need to take time out? Where do you need to bring healing in? Yes, it's important. You're a human, okay? Before all those dreams can be manifested, bringing that energy in back to the heart center is very, very important, okay? Now, could it be that those fears are just fears? That look at the fears for what they really are, okay? When you're in that stillness, bring that balance in. When you're in that stillness, you're going to be able to see things from two different perspectives. When you're in that stillness, to really look at the blessings that you have already, look at all that you have already created, the good things that you have created. Try to take your energy towards the good things that you have already created. And know that you have the capability to create long-term success in the company, for your family, and within yourself. And this is a test right now. This is where you're growing stronger in your emotional energy. Okay, that's important because we got the stillness and we have here the emotional energy. And you cannot control where people can be small-minded or close-minded. That's out of your control. So you let that one be. You're not trying to change other people's mind. You want people to get on board willingly. Nothing can happen by force. There will be a lot of resentments that take place. How do you get people to come on board with your vision? First is to really evaluate, are you coming from a place of happiness? Are you coming from a place of lack? If you're coming from a place of lack, then you are attaching too much. I'm sensing that you're attaching too much to the outcome rather than the whole creative process. Okay, so it's important. I'm not saying you be that for the rest of your life. This is in these moments in time when you're encountering this challenge. I'm sensing a strong expectations energy. I will not be able to do this. People are not on board with me. My dreams are shattered. I cannot create long-term stability. The angels and guides are helping you to get stronger emotionally. Okay, let's ask a question from the angels here on what you can surrender. I'm giving you a pathway. What can they surrender, angels, to create that stability? Surrender outdated beliefs of yourself. Okay, wonderful. It's saying here, let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Okay, so the past failures, the past bitterness, exhaustion, betrayals, wounds. Okay, so this is an outdated belief. This is what you had in the past. Okay, you own your power because you're not drawing your power from the past, you're drawing your power from the present. So surrender this old belief about yourself, this limiting idea that you can't create that stability, that you can't bring your vision to life. You can't have this long vision, that people are not on board. Just because you found a challenge, just because you're in this period where you're feeling like you're bogged down, doesn't mean that's the end. This is not the end of the cycle. This is not the end of the story. The story is just you're getting into the thick of the things, right? So now the greatest diamond is going to shine, and it will come through period of stillness. It's very, very important. So that's a message that's going to help you. That's going to support you. Okay, let's take another message from here actually. What is going to support them? What should they be focusing on, angels, to bring this long-term stability? How they can stabilize their visions? What do they need to do? Okay, this one wants to come. Let's see this. Oh, I told you. It is emotional quotient you're developing. So your pathway, really, this is very clear. Your pathway is the moon. The moon is the feminine energy, whether you're male, female, whatever you identify as, we all have that as humans, the feminine energy of wisdom, of nurturance, of care, of understanding, of trust and faith. Okay, that's our feminine energy. Okay, so your pathway is, and this is what you are developing, greater emotional energy, bringing in fulfillment to yourself, bringing in fulfillment to people around you, coming from a place of power, that you are an empowered leader. You're not powerless. You're not, that way you're releasing your attachment to the outcome, which is like the 10 of Pentacles reverse. Okay, oh my God, everything is reversed. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to receive that. The energy is there. It's in you to reverse it. Okay, nothing is set in stone. The direction here, that's why I'm giving you the pathway to reclaim that energy. Okay, how you're communicating is important. Are you coming from a place of power, or are you communicating from a place of fear? Okay, because I'll talk about that. Okay, so this is your fear here. So the pathway to creating this long-term stability is developing that love and trust for even when the things are going off, seemingly off. The understanding that in that stillness, I'm going to discover the answer. What is the next clue that I can discover? What is the next part that I'm developing? Okay, I wrote down these 14 traits that visionary leaders have or are needing to develop or developing. Very persistent, very courageous, strategic planning, risk-taking, very communicative, organized, focused, optimistic, magnetic, collaborative. So the message that's coming over here for you is collaboration, open-mindedness, and emotional intelligence right now. That's what I'm picking up here. So the innovation and inspiration is going to follow. At this time, that what is needed is more collaboration. First with your own self, with spirit. Then there is a greater emotional intelligence. There is greater requirement, because once you understand your own emotional needs, then it's easier to understand the needs of others. Once you're tapped in to understand yourself from that depth, then you emanate that energy that it's easier for you to empathize with another. It's easier for you to forgive. It's easier for you to create a trusting environment and giving the space for others to grow, and you're nurturing them, right? A very, very feminine quality. Okay, so it doesn't make you a woman or a male. Okay, so I mean, don't think of it in those terms when I say feminine quality. So the pathway for sure is nurturance and honoring the feminine energy. Okay, yourself. Now, it will take you to this place where you're going to shift everything around. There's going to be great rapid success. It's going to be people on board, people want to communicate, people want to talk. There's a lot of fire, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of excitement. You're going to be able to build that. You can only build that once you figure out what fulfills you. You need to take a time out. You need to go out. You need to go river rafting. You need to go meditate. You need to go to a retreat center. You go do that. You need to go run. You need to swim. You need to, whatever you need to do, okay? To get in tune, to shift that energy. So get in tune more with your feelings space, okay? Your feeling space. It's important at this time to tune in to your feeling space, because that is what is going to propel you, my friend, okay? So it is time to also look at trickery, dishonesty, lies. How do you perceive it? Have you kind of been dishonest somewhere? Have you not been fully on board with your own self and all of that, or even with others? So this is the time to bring that compassion in, to bring forgiveness in, okay? So it's important that there's going to be great amount of, and take responsibility. So be responsible. All right, I made a mistake, or all right, that person made a mistake, and do I have it in me to forgive and give them another chance? Now, you will learn this power of discernment, and it will not just come from the mind. It's going to come from the heart, and it'll come from the heart when you delve into this feminine space within you, okay? The moon energy, into the feelings space within you. And it's going to bring you and land you to this great place where you're going to be seen, where you're thriving. So I'm seeing this thriving energy here with the Queen of Wands. Definitely see you thriving up here. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a closing message here from the angels for you on what you're needing to know. Okay. Beautiful. What flew out was the energy of Mother Mary. Expect a miracle. So you may kind of have given up hope, my beautiful creative visionary leaders, on whether the situation or things are going to kind of pan out the way you had hoped. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So connecting with that unseen realm is so important, right? So maybe some of you sent me a telepathic message. Archana, do a reading for us. Here I am. I was sipping my tea and I got this brainwave to a strong desire. Something struck me, that something about visionary leaders. So I had to read up a little bit, try to understand what you guys are telling me. So I decoded my message. All right, there you go. I decoded the message that was coming in. I'm recoding it and giving it to you. Tell me how it resonates. How do you guys like it? Are you vibing with it? How does it feel? I just tell me how that is, right? Because this is not something that I've done, but I hope this helps you. This gives you some more insight, and it helps you with the pathway, you know. So that is what I have for you. This for sure shows to me that my book is back on track to write, because I had started this project some time back to write a book for the visionary leaders, for entrepreneurs and change makers, okay? And I'll be having pathways through the different energies, okay? That was something that's again inspired. I feel like it's time to get back to the inspirational writing. That's for me. And I'd love to know how it resonates. If you want to work with me, I have the email in the description box of this video. I am a transformational coach and energy healer, and above all, just a human connecting to you on a heart level if there's something you want to talk to me about. But if this is where our journey ends, I send you many blessings of love and light, and much, much love and gratitude. You take care. Namaste.